Sometimes we really have to have these conversations. I don't understand the tearing down of others and the comparison of apples to oranges. They all fruit. All this has to do with human sexuality and how we view ourselves and how we are aware of ourselves. It's human sexuality, human spirituality, the emotional and mental crossroads that we go through in the midst of human relationships. And though some songs may allude to, but then again, the opening line said, there's some whores in the house. They didn't say hoes. They said whores in the house. And whores in the house implies that they do get paid for their services. Okay. This may give just a little shade to those of us who are true freaks. Yes. Because, see, true freakdom don't have a dollar sign. The sapiosexual manipulations of life are necessary and needed. When one taps into the spiritual energy of your emotional and mental makeup and how you impart this physically into the world, has a lot to do with how the freak in you is exhibited. Now, there's some who, and I might add, you'd be wrong in your thoughts, because unfortunately that's what leads to rape culture and other forms of abuse, that some look as clothing as a perception of freakdom. Ain't got nothing to do with it. A freak, a true freak, comes in many shapes, colors, and sizes, baby. I really want to have this conversation. I don't want to do it just by myself because I need some of y'all to understand that when you tap into your spirituality, the higher level consciousness that you can raise and exhibit and make use of, they see in the movies in your head, drawing the manifestation of orgasm. It's those things that have to do with freakdom. Freakdom ain't always positioning. There's some things that we got to talk about. Freakdom can be non-contact. Very much so. I had a little post on Facebook, that talked about the freak within us. And somebody said, I don't have one. I'm like, that's just because the key ain't come to fit in the lock just yet. Okay, now I'm 55. I can speak about sex with a very straight face. I've had it. I have experienced carnal relations. I've experienced... What the hell is that? I've experienced... And being Pisces... It's truly of a spiritual nature, because once we go belly to belly and my chakras start reading whatever, one can't get dismissed at that point. That's why you have to know how to manage your spiritual gifts. When you open, you open. Some of y'all been around long enough to know and understand, like they say, when you lay with one, you lay with all who they lay with and all this other stuff. But when I read whatever on there, my body... I've had what I can call spiritual guardianship enough to know. Extract put on your clothes out the door. Yeah, dude, gone. Because something within my spiritual nature frightened the fuck out of him. It happens. Now, I understand she was talking like park whatever, like a Big Mac truck and working from across the world. See, the orgasmic release that we seek is not just physical. It's an amalgamation of all these that make us. And we have to figure out ways to get there. You know, are you capable of just sitting by yourself and with your thought process producing the same orgasm that you could get with a successful, in tune physical relationship? Because remember, all coming ain't coming. Some's just aggravated release. And at times, just because, like, ooh, yeah, he hit the head, not baby, like that after prison dick, just release jail dick. No, that's just releasing all that bullshit into you. I ain't gonna lie. Father, I've been blessed to be the one to be around the one that he's like, I can't do that to you. And men know. Men know. They know what type of dick they bringing to the table. But he literally said, no, I can't do that to you. Because they know that's some battering ram shit that had nothing to do with emotion, but just pent-up release. So you have to decide at times what it is you accept as the freak within you. Now, on the flip side, everybody don't need a whip. I know y'all like, I really want to have an expansive conversation about this. So right now, I'm just letting out them bullet points. Because see, some folks think they reach their height in their 20s and their 30s. No! No! I'm here to tell you. It get good when you get older. And if you've been, I wouldn't even use the term holding on to it, but if you've been utilizing other parts of your life and not even thinking about the sex, baby, when it does come up later on, who gonna tap out what? Don't sleep on grown women. Do not sleep on their mindset. You know, you have to remember, women can compartmentalize very carefully. You know, they may participate, for those who are in active partnerships, participate in the act, and thus you will find that they're there, they're physically there, but they mind, that tongue goes someplace else. Because they're sorting out things in their house, going through the grocery list, going over the job conditions. You got to know when to come at them. Now, if they come to seek you to take care of physical release, just subject yourself to the adoration, let her ride, and then, you know, she can clear through things, because an orgasm will clear many things, trust me. Especially when you just trying to work it out. But, you know, and even within celibacy is a hell of a freakdom, because the mind, baby, it all leads back to the mind. I know I went in circles. I'll expound upon this one day, but work on your sapiosexual nature. Your mind feeds your physical attitudes. Your mind feeds your spirit. Your mind assists with your mental. All that has to do with sex. It's not, you ain't gotta have no money to be a freak. I think that's what I want to get to. You don't need money to be a freak. The freak is in you.
Fucking was a thing that would take me to hell, and I'd be fucking in the studio till the clock strike 11 all day. Daddy shave and dry.
Ain't nothing new under the sun.